if a record company is going to give you $8 million, they already know that they can make close to 80 million on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you have to keep that in mind. And like you said, Mr. Coleman, when you come from nothing, it's a hard temptation to turn that kind of money down.
Yeah.
But as an independent artist, one of the things that we stress about and what we really want to press is you have to start thinking of your career as a business. You have to start thinking of yourself as the commodity. You have to understand your value and your worth, and so you won't get caught up like this, because it doesn't work out for some people like this. You know,
you alluded to this earlier that the reality is now there was a time where the only way someone could become world known was through a record label. That was the only way to get out there. But now you literally have artists that can get on YouTube and develop this huge following, do the same thing that a record company would do, promoting themselves. So it is very possible in 2020 to be big without the need for Big Brother record label that's going to take all your money.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. What's that $500 slice of cake taste like? A $5 piece of cake.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing that I want to tell independents, man, before we get to the next segment, man, is, you know, yes, it's very hard. It's very hard for you to get started. You know, sometimes, man, you may have to work a regular job to save your money so that you can invest in yourself. You know, you got to have a plan. Even as an independent artist, you got to have a plan. You know, and no one should out invest you in your own business.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if you ever watch Shark Tank, you know, Shark Tank is a great show to watch because it shows you exactly how people with money want to buy into your business. The businesses that they know make a lot of money, they know, because with the ideas that come on that show, you know that business because the person's already making $200,000, $300,000, maybe $400,000 already without investors, right?
Right.
But they'll turn around and say, "We'll give you $3 or $4 million," but then they own a part of that business. And what happens when you got a multi-millionaire man owning a part of your business? You heard a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and so it starts there. So I said all that to say, as an independent artist, you have to take the long road a lot of times. You know, we are in the independent artist market right now. There's never, ever been no greater time to be an independent artist and to retain all your profits. You know, and it's better. I would rather, and just to be keeping it 1,000, I would rather make $200 a month that I can keep and I own it versus to make $10,000 a month and I'm not going to own anything. Because that's like having a job. Right. You know, I can always take that $200 and increase it and expand it. Yeah. What's your mind on that, Mr. Coleman, before we turn around and go to this next segment? How do you feel about legacy, man?
I'm a huge proponent of legacy, and a good example is with sound. Just recently, I've got 2 sons. Well, technically, I've got 3 sons, but I have 1 son that works another job. But my other 2 sons, I'm trying to pull them in and give them a chance to help me in my business. I'm starting to get gigs now where I'm making enough money off the gig to where I can break off a piece and pay my young son something and give them a taste of making some money without having to slave over it. I mean, the reality is they can make some enough in a couple hours that it takes, you know, in some cases a week to make working part-time, working minimum wage. But the reality is I say this all the time, my kids are the best thing that I could ever leave in this earth. They will outlive anything that I do. Another engineer said that basically a sound engineer is only as good as their last gig. But my kids can live on past that. So I've got to pass on things to them that can live longer than I can.
Respect.
So now we get ready to play a game that's our like national anthem on this.
Let's do it.
Show. It's called 10, right? So with 10 is I'm gonna give you an either or, you know, for you to choose. You're not allowed to think about it. There's no right or wrong answers. We just want to get an opportunity to see how your mind thinks. There's no right or wrong answer. It's you being you. All right.
Okay.
But you're not allowed to think. You think, we're gonna kick you off the show. Just make a joke.
All right.
Just make a joke. All right. Here we go.
Tell the sound engineer not to think. Okay.
Exactly. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Shure or Sennheiser microphone?
Sennheiser, man.
JBL
Sizzle.
or Mackie?
Mackie.
Crown amp or Rockville amp?
Crown.
Persona
Rockville makes amps?
Persona Studio Live or Mackie mixers?
Mackie.
Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart?
Dave Chappelle.
BMW 5 Series or Dodge Ram Dually?
5 Series.
In the pocket drummer or field drummer?
Pocket.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Ooh, Prince.
Good job.
A Rolex watch or Walmart flagship watch?
You
You got a lot to think.
Walmart. Rolex is too much money. Walmart.
I like that. I like that honesty. That's what I'm talking about. Call this handheld or lapel mic.
Handheld.
Okay. All right. That's it, man.
I'm
You
sorry.
did good.
Did I get
good.
kicked off or? Okay.
No, you
This is-
survived.
The trip up, man, was a Rolex watch at the Walmart flagship. You're like, we got everybody watching. I ain't gonna tell a joke about I'm gonna wear a Walmart flagship watch. You better.
No, the trick was if you'd have said Rockville amp, we'd have booted you off right there.
Man, I would never book another gig. I would never get booked.
Man, and you know what? When you buy those, I'm gonna tell you, when you buy those cheap amps, yes, the crown amps, the higher end amps, they cost a lot of times 3 times or 4 times the price of what you can get. But if you do a gig and you do a gig long enough and you turn it up, those cheap amps will blow. They just tear right on up, man.
Can I ask?
It's the durability. Go ahead, bro.
Quick question, Mr. Coleman. Analog or digital? What's your preference? Really?
Am I still on the where I can't think or?
No. This is just
he was asking you.
Okay, so why do you prefer your digital?
Sound wise, analog is all day long. Workflow wise and flexibility wise, give me a Behringer X32, man. I rock that Behringer X32 all day long because it can do most everything I need it to do. Right. That's the beauty of digital. We don't do digital because it sounds great. From what I heard, Prince up until his last days wouldn't do a gig on a digital board for good reason. But digital has opened the door for some flexibility for us.
Nice.
In the last words, Ben, before you get out of here, anything that you want to say before you get ready to get out of here?
I want to be a member of the band. As a sound engineer, I want to be a member of the band. I think that's the best sort of situation. If we think of it like that, I think that helps us to be successful. It helps the band to be successful.
Where can people find you if they want to book you?
Oh, I am on Instagram, B Heard, just the letter B, Heard Media. I'm on Facebook, Ben Coleman Jr. Hit the inbox. And my goodness, if you're at a local venue around Atlanta, you're likely to see me. So, yeah, look me up. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Jay Latrina, my sister from way back.
Oh, yeah, man. See, we go back, man. We go back 2007. We're way back. D-Ray, any last words, man, that you want to share before we get up out of here, bro?
This was a dope show. I hope we can bring Mr. Coleman back so we could talk and bring him back with Pastor Ricky. So maybe we can all talk to Pastor Ricky about his gear addiction.
We didn't even get to the gear part, man. We have to talk about that, man. Rick saying because Rick he's up in Atlanta, man. He's up in Atlanta, man. Which, amen. So we want to thank you guys, man, for watching the show, man. We actually next week, man, we're gonna be a bye week. We won't be back. Our season, man, is gonna start October the 2nd, and we're gonna kick the show off, man, with a surprise guest. We're going to be doing a lot of other things, man, for you for this season as well. We appreciate you, man, for supporting the show. We are on Roku and Amazon on demand. You can go and watch the shows up as well. They're there. If anytime that you want to reach out to us, you can. And I want to say, man, God bless and good night. Hold on, Mr. Coleman. See y'all later, man.